Hey everybody, Logan here, and today we're coming to you with some Xbox news. I wouldn't say it's hard-hitting, solid fact news. It's I guess you could say a rumor. The article comes from comicbook.com/gaming, their gaming section, and I've reported a few things on them before. And, you know, some of their stuff you got to take with a grain of salt. And you'll see why what I'm saying and what they're saying, you're going to have to do this. But this is a bit of news that could be news, if that makes any sense. Let's just start to read.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
So what we're looking at here is Xbox Insider shares release date information on Fable and this wonky website, information on Fable, Perfect Dark, and more Xbox Series X games. So the article will just read this and then just give you a summary of this. An industry insider has shared some release date information on a variety of upcoming Xbox Series X games, including the Perfect Dark reboot, the new Fable, Avowed, the new RPG from Obsidian. It should say, and Avowed, the new RPG from Obsidian. Oof. The report comes the way of Jeff Grubb, who claims the following games won't be releasing next year, but in 2023. Fable, Avowed, Perfect Dark, and Contraband. If you guys remember Contraband, that was the one that just had the cinematic trailer with the guns and the guy under the truck and the big crates, and then it popped open and said Contraband. Adding to this, Grubb claims the next game from In Exile, the team best known for the Wasteland series, and the Coalition, the Gears of Studio. Did anybody not edit this article or proofread? We've already come to our second. You know what's funny? I've already read this and I picked it up and I realized that when you read so quickly over something, you notice one thing and they may not notice the next. But Gears of Studio, Gears of War Studio, or Gears Studio, you can, which one? Pick one. But Gears of Studio, yes, there we go, will also release during this year. However, attaching a string to all of this, Grubb claims some of these games may slip to 2024. So the thing is, what they're just kind of reporting here is that nothing's set in stone. So Jeff Grubb, for those of you who don't know, has definitely been an industry insider who's, put out a lot of solid information. Here they like to go and say that he's put out a lot of good information, but a lot of bad information. This guy hasn't put out bad information. He may have put out information that has changed. Just because the information changes doesn't necessarily mean it's bad information. Say, for example, I think it's down here where they talk about Starfield. For example, he claimed Starfield was releasing this year, only a few weeks before Xbox and Bethesda dated the game for holiday 2022. Okay, he may have said that because the information he had gotten had said something before the Bethesda acquisition by Microsoft. So just because he got one bit of information then and it's now different doesn't mean it's bad information. So this article, I know it's not one of the best sources. I'm not a big fan of getting video game information from comicbook.com, but this was the only place where I'd actually seen this. Now that doesn't mean it's this information isn't anywhere else, but this is where I saw it at this time of recording. So I would like to see if I could find some other way to speak to Jeff Grubb, or to find these leaks or dates or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so take all this with a grain of salt, especially when it's coming from comicbook.com. So Microsoft will definitely tell us when they're ready, when these games are going to come out. When Fable, when Perfect Dark, when Avowed are going to hit, when Contraband is going to come out. And right now, as of E3, there's nothing solid. I could definitely see some of these games in 2022 and some of them in 2023. I honestly don't think it makes sense for all the games to come out in 2022. Why would you actually take all your big announcements and shoot them off in just 1 year? It's like, whew, now we have nothing for next. Take 2 or 3, put them here. Take 2 or 3 and put them there. Sprinkle them out. Don't shove so many games down people's throats that, one, they don't have time to play and enjoy these big releases that are coming out, these AAA games. So maybe this isn't a bad thing. Maybe these games coming out in 2022 or 2023 isn't a bad thing, because we do have the big game this year's Halo and Forza. We have 2 massive games, so you definitely don't want to take the spotlight from Halo or Forza. No. Now, next year, I could see them saying, all right, because Fable was already announced, we could see Fable, Perfect Dark. Now, I would say Fable and maybe Avowed, or they might even just let Avowed pull back on Avowed, just bring out Fable instead of having so many RPGs, because we got Starfield coming out next year, so we could have those 2 big ones, and then maybe the next year Perfect Dark and Avowed, and then the year after Contraband, or sprinkle Perfect Dark, Avowed, and Contraband all throughout the year, so you have at least these really big first-party games coming out for Xbox, whether it be Series X or PC. So, you know what? When we hear rumors or leaks like this, Jeff Grubb has been pretty credible, so that's not too bad. I don't take this as bad news. I take this as something to think about and a possible brighter future. Because with all this, the studios that Microsoft has acquired over the last few years, I'm sure there's a lot more games that we have to look forward to on the horizon, and you may not want to shove so many exclusives down people's throats through 2022 and 2023, because some will get lost in the shuffle, and they don't want the smaller studios games that are Xbox exclusive to get lost in the shuffle. Nobody wants that. They don't want it. You'll lose money. So I think it's actually a smart thing for them to, I guess, sprinkle them through 2022 and 2023 and really not put too many more out this year. I know you're like, well, we want more games. Yes, but we got Halo and we got Forza are the big 2. If you keep throwing out other games, people aren't going to spend enough time playing Halo or playing Forza. So let's look forward to these games that we have coming out for the next, what do we got? Just about 5 months left in the year. We got 5 and some change months left in the year. So let's not shove so many games down our throats, because we also have, Microsoft is looking at what they're putting out on Xbox and PC. And then those of us who play multiple consoles also have the Switch and PlayStation to look forward to. So I would say it's not a terrible thing for those of us who have multiple consoles. For those who don't, who only have the Xbox, this is still not a bad thing. Just get Game Pass. Game Pass, you'll have plenty of games to play. You will have smaller exclusives to play. So, hey, this isn't a bad thing. This just means we have bigger, more intense AAA games that we have to look forward to over a certain portion of the Xbox Series XS lifespan. So this isn't a bad thing. We'll wait and see what we have. I guess any more news about these games? Just we'll wait. There's a lot of games coming down the pipeline, so let's not rush it. But tell me what you guys think. Drop it in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. It would really help. Make sure you turn on notifications if you haven't done it already. If you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. It really helps. Make sure you head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Check out our spring store in the description below. Just added a few new shirts up there and some cases for the newer Samsung phones and whatnot. So you got that up there too. It's a couple new designs. And we got I got a little surprise coming for you in the next coming week. So take a a note of that, make sure you go to redbandanagaming.com to check it out there. But until then, again, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on our socials. And like we always say, be legendary. Legendary. Thanks again.